Welcome back. It's time to get interactive, and Ifwa is here with what's
hi.
training. Hey,
good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to get right into it, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
so how do you solve problems in Ghana? It's very simple. Establish a committee. After the fiasco in Brazil, boom, we established a committee. We made so much noise about made in Ghana products, then eventually officials in parliament imported virtually everything from other countries to insult our carpenters and tag them as not creative and hardworking. We imported chairs from China. Well, guess what? President Mahama has established another committee, Made in Ghana Committee. Yeah, because we really need to solve that problem too with committee, right? Do you support the idea? I'm Ifwa Harrison, and this is JN Interactive. I'll be right back. And as you've heard, Surfline proudly supports Gen Interactive. Surfline, it's about time. Well, join us via all our social media platforms to talk about this issue. We will rebroadcast your thoughts to the rest of the world. Find us on facebook.com/joinnewsontv. We are on Twitter. The handle is @joinnewsontv or JN Interactive GH. That's on Twitter. You can send us an email if you fancy. It's joinnewsim@multitvworld.com, and we are also on WhatsApp. The number is 054-010-9009. So we import virtually everything: sugar, rice, tomatoes, even toothpicks. Now, our president has been encouraging us to purchase made in Ghana products. We, however, received the shock of our lives when Parliament imported chairs from China. Well, earlier, when that issue came out about a month ago, we interviewed our young Ghanaians about what they felt about made in China chairs in our Parliament.
I don't think what is going on is good, because it's like they're saying the carpenters in Ghana are unskilled, and we have so much bamboo in Ghana because those people are talented and they could make some things, make the furniture and everything. And it's also like they're discouraging the carpenters in the country, so they won't be able to make more furniture for us again.
What the president did is not good, because in Ghana we have bamboo, plywood, timber. In fact, we have everything to make furniture. But our main problem is that we don't have the secondary production, that the machines and the equipment to make those things. So if the president can provide them, there will be no need going to other countries to make to patronize their goods. So I think what they did is not right.
I think what they did was wrong, because they are the same people who came about telling us to patronize made in Ghana goods, but they turned on our back to go and import from China.
The refurbishment is good, but what they did wasn't right, because the president said we need to get made in Ghana goods and not foreign goods. But most of the time we can't get most of the materials they use in making these things in Ghana here. So at least once in a while we must import things, because no country is self-sufficient like us.
It's not good because it doesn't motivate Ghanaians to produce their own goods. And also there's a saying that leadership sets by example. So the same money that the government used to patronize those goods can also be used to build more hospitals and schools. So I say it's not good at all.
I think the president shouldn't have purchased the China-made goods after telling us to buy the made in Ghana goods, because he's trying to tell other people that the China-made goods are good and the Ghana-made goods are not good, because you are buying something that you don't want other people to buy. So it doesn't speak very good of him. And you're also supposed to lead by example. So he's trying to tell us that we can buy from every other place. So he's confusing us.
So that was a playback of an interview that News Generation had with some young students from the Sunflower School in Accra. Anyway, our president has established a Made in Ghana committee. Maybe that is the solution. So children, and I mean everybody in Ghana is no longer confused. Let's go over to myjoyonline.com. We pull up the article there, and Mahama inaugurates Made in Ghana committee. led by Minister for Trade Eko Spio Gabra. You can see his picture on there, and I'll read a little bit of the article for you. President John Mahama has inaugurated a Made in Ghana committee with a view to make Ghana self-reliant. The committee, chaired by Trade Minister Eko Spio Gabra, is in line with government's vision of promoting Made in Ghana goods and services. The president lamented the increasing balance of payment deficits, which he said has come as a result of the country's dependence on foreign products. According to him, the quantum of the country's exports is estimated at $13 billion, while imports hovered around 17 billion, adding the products which constituted the gap of some $4 billion are mostly products which Ghana can equally produce and yet are imported from other countries. Let's skip a little bit down. If you can pull, yes, let's keep going. He said he implored the country is to explore other alternatives in the baking of bread, either by growing wheat or using products like cassava from which flour can be produced for bread. We in Ghana cannot rest on our oars. We have to do everything that it takes to diversify our economy, reduce our import dependence, and be able to expand the revenues that we achieve from our exports, he challenged. So that is President Mahama on inaugurating a committee, Made in Ghana committee anyway. So how do you feel about this committee? We bring you some views from the streets of Accra.
I think it's a laudable idea because it's to make the economy very stable in terms of revenue. Because when the money comes, it stays in the country. Now, rather than giving it outside where we pay a lot of high duties and other things. So I think it's a laudable idea that will encourage all Ghanaians to buy made in Ghana goods, and it will go a long way to enhance productivity in the country.
We are Ghanaians. We should be wearing made in Ghana goods. We should be patronizing them and all that. I don't have any problem with that. I think it's a good idea. It would help improve the economy.
So your views from the streets. Made in Ghana committee to solve our problem of patronizing made in Ghana goods, or patronizing more made in Ghana goods than foreign goods. How does the Association of Ghana Industries feel about this? We will find out after the break. And you're still watching GN Interactive with me, Ifwa Akwai Harrison. Today on the show, we've actually been talking about President John Mahama's new Made in Ghana committee headed by Minister of Trade, Eko Spio Gabra. We've been asking what you think about the issue, and we went out on the streets before the break. We are hoping to get the Association of Ghana Industries online. We are trying to call the president, so as soon as he's online, we'll have a chat with him about what he thinks about this committee. But before then, let's go on to Facebook. Let's look at a few more of your comments, and we've been asking you to share your thoughts on the Made in Ghana committee, which is supposed to put the Made in Ghana spirit in all economic activities in the country. Ronald Yeboah says, thanks to JDM, I think it is only John Dramani Mahama who has the plight of the Ghanaian producers and their products at heart. Great move, and I pray that it goes on successfully without any hindrance. Paul Adombo Sergio says, always forming committees which end up misusing states' resources. So that's Paul Sergio's thoughts on the issue. Baba Musa Tamale says, I think this is a welcome move by His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama. Indeed, if Ghana really wants to be self-sufficient in agriculture or food production, then I think this newly inaugurated committee would have to do a lot of work in terms of strict enforcement of this government policy in various state institutions Once we are able to grow what we eat and eat what we grow, then we would be making great headway in terms of these homegrown policies as promised by the president. So that's from Baba Musa Tamale. Abdul Somed Ibrahim says that's great anyway, more room for improvement. Bernard Kwame Hart is laughing. He says, made in Ghana indeed, then all ministers and MPs should see Apostle Safo for his cars, opening their fridges, and nothing is made in Ghana in there. Even their dustbins are from US. Funny ass. Bonti Benjamin from Achimeboakwa says, forming committees will not solve the problem. He should lead by example. Desmond Destiny Apia says, Ghana is interesting. Every passing second, nobody is against the consumption of our own products. But the funny part of it is that the leadership preaches virtue and practices vice. They pretend to be promoting locally made goods, but go ahead to import furniture for the highest lawmaking institution of the land. Peter Serinye says, whatever happened to Matthias Akotia and his brand Ghana office, this too shall pass unnoticed. Ali Al-Hassan Sabato says, it's very sensible, but I don't think it will work. If we want it to work, we should make it affordable, and it should start from our leaders. And all public servants should wear made in Ghana clothing from Monday to Friday. That's from J. Rockefeller. Majid Nambe says they should order from Kantanka cars for ministers of state. Don Martino says it's only in Ghana that governmental policies and initiatives are polarized amongst party lines. When will you Ghanaians learn to appreciate your president and stop playing politics with everything? Soon, some might even start playing politics with their marriages. John Dramani Mahama is one of the finest and intelligent presidents in Africa. Too bad not many Ghanaians see him that way. Why don't you come to my country and see what a half-baked president is in the person of Jonathan is doing to the country? Learn to appreciate what you have and give JDM his kudos. So I guess Don Martino is messaging us from Nigeria. Emmanuel Close Akrofi says, after buying those chairs from China, we are not fools. Okay. Frederick Otre just says, great. Emmanuel Akrofi back again to say they are wasting our money. Why should they form a committee? What should they form a committee for? So those are some of your comments coming in from social media. Thank you so much for sending them through. We'll be right back after this. And we are back on Joy News Interactive. Remember, you can communicate and get interactive with us by all our social media platforms. We're on facebook.com/Joy News on TV, on Twitter @Joy News on TV, or Gen Interactive GH, at multitvworld.com online, or on WhatsApp as well. We've been talking President John Mahama's new Made in Ghana committee this evening on the show. We've been finding out what you think, and we're hoping to get in touch with the Association of Ghana Industries to see what they thought about this new committee and whether it would be the solution to our import-based economy. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get the president of the Association of Ghana Industries on the telephone lines. But what we do have for you right now is what's trending. Let's see what Lord Kote has for us.
President John Dramani Mahama setting up the Made in Ghana committee is also trending on social media. Let's go over to Twitter and check out your tweets. Yeah, first we coming from Kweku Entry, another committee, this time to promote Made in Ghana goods. I hope committee members will not be paid. Well, I don't know what to say to that because, well, they say there's no money in the system. Methinks that setting up a Made in Ghana goods committee is not the way to encourage patronizing local products. And this is from Christopher Opoku. Okay, Christopher. And this is from Nana Say or Say. Okay. This is our president's dear. Okay. This is from Blame Game 7. Committee to encourage us all to buy made in Ghana goods. Okay, Mr. President. Yep, okay. And this is from Baba Musa. President Mahama has inaugurated Made in Ghana Committee led by Trade Minister Spio Gabra to put the Made in Ghana spirit in all areas. True, Made in Ghana spirit all the way. And this from the IEA Ghana. President John Mahama has inaugurated a Made in Ghana Committee with a view to making Ghana self-reliant. Yep, let's support the movement and patronize the products, although up there maybe it's not done properly, but you can be pace setters. Okay, so let's actually hope that this committee which has been set up will actually encourage Ghanaians to patronize Made in Ghana products. Well, I'm in my Made in Ghana shirt and slippers. How about you, Eva? My name is Lord Kuti. This has been What's Trending.
Yes, Lord, I am also in my Made in Ghana dress. Well, let's find out what some of you are still saying on Facebook.com. Okay, I've read Emmanuel Closia Kofi's comment. Matthew Brown, your comment is saying that, you know, the committee will just be using taxpayers' money. So that's your comment summarized. Kofi Ajiman Opambo Massa, they should stop this Buy Made in Ghana campaign because there were Made in Ghana chairs, but they opted for China chairs. Hey, as for the China chairs, dear, I think we will never get over that one. Robert Afagachi says another avenue to take sitting bonuses for no work done. But Joseph Samuel Tay believes that is the way forward for this country of ours. Promoting Made in Ghana products is the way of cutting down import expenditure, and on the other way around, increasing our export revenue, depending on how other foreign countries might embrace the goods from our side of the world. Robert is back and he says, as far as I am concerned, this is nonsense. Steve.
Hey.
As far as you are concerned about this Made in Ghana committee.
Why do you have to ask me?
You're not. Oh, you're not repping.
I'm not repping. I'm wearing suits.
Tomorrow you shall rep.
Tomorrow I shall rep big time.
Cool. So yeah, that's how we wrap up the show.
Yeah, but buy Made in Ghana.
Yeah, we try and buy as much as we
try
can.
And buy a Made in Ghana.
Made in Ghana. Made in Ghana
car.
But I think the issue is, do we really need a committee to, you know?
Yeah, we need a committee. Actually, I support the committee, fact-finding committee. My name is Stephen Anti.
My name is Ifa Akwa Harrison. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.